Tamara. I'm so happy I'm here with you too.
You know what? I really need help because I'm so nervous.
What are you nervous about, little Tamara?
Well, I have to do a speech for my school,
Okay.
and I'm so nervous because I get nervous speaking, and I wanted my mama to watch me, but then she said because I procrastinated, she couldn't watch me now because she had to go to the meeting. I don't know what procrastinate means, but I think it was because I went to play with my friends rather than doing my homework. But now my speech is done, but now I don't have my mama to talk to my speech through with, and so I made a puppet right over here to try and tell her my speech, but I'm still very nervous. I'm scared.
So how can I help you, little Tamara?
Well, maybe you could hear my speech.
Ooh, you want to practice your speech?
Yes.
That actually reminds me of a Bible story.
Oh, it does? Which Bible story?
Can I tell you a Bible story about Paul?
Oh, yes, I like him.
Okay, perfect. So this is a story about Paul when Paul was a teacher and a preacher in Corinth, which was a really big city.
Oh, bigger
And
than Portage?
Bigger than Portage.
Wow.
And he was teaching Jews and he was teaching Gentiles, which basically meant he was teaching everybody. It didn't matter if you lived in this side of town or the other side of town. It didn't matter if you're in a big house or a little house. Paul was teaching them about Jesus.
Oh, did he get scared about teaching like I'm getting scared about my speech?
It is. It is hard sometimes to tell people about Jesus and know how to say it. It's easy to get nervous about that kind of thing. And Paul actually, a couple of times, was telling people about Jesus, and they got mean. They kind of got grumpy. They cut him off. They interrupted him. They said mean things about him. And Paul actually said, I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, so he had a bad attitude. That's how I feel like just saying I don't want to do this.
And you know what Jesus told him?
What?
He said, Paul, you have an important job to do in this world. You have to tell people about me, and I will protect you. And I will give you strength, and I will give you wisdom, and I will help you know what to do. Even if people are mean, even if people interrupt you, just keep telling them about me. And that's what Jesus told Paul to do. And Paul basically, after that, didn't procrastinate anymore. Just went out there and kept doing the thing God asked him to do.
Wow. Oh, maybe Jesus is telling me to do that too. Do you think so?
I think so. I just think it's about practicing. It's about practicing telling people about Jesus and not procrastinating, but just practicing.
Okay, so maybe I could use my puppet to practice my speech and then use my puppet to practice telling people about Jesus because I get scared about that too.
You know what? I actually got nervous coming here today and to talk to you about this on video. For all the kids out there, hey everybody.
Hello
I got nervous.
everybody. You got nervous? That's kind of funny because you're an adult.
That's true. But Paul got nervous and he was an adult too.
Oh yeah, do you think he practiced with a puppet?
I don't know. But truth be told, I practiced with a puppet to come here.
You did?
I made a puppet of little Tamara to practice saying this together back and forth so that I would be ready without being nervous.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Can I show you?
see her?
Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to see my Tamara puppet. Little Tamara puppet. All right, here we go. I worked on it like a really long time. I'm really very happy. Oh, the face mask came down a little bit.
I love
there we
that
go.
she has a crown and a necklace.
And beautiful hair. And a fancy
beautiful
necklace.
hair.
And underneath the mask is lips. And I thought that would make sense because you have nice big lips. Like that. So I thought, but to be respectful, I put a mask on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep, hide my collagen implants with the mask.
All right, so I didn't think about putting that part on your puppet, but so before I came here, so that I wasn't nervous, I actually practiced.
You
I practiced back and
practiced?
forth, saying the things I wanted to say, just so that the kids would be able to understand really well. And it really helped.
Ah, well, that's good. So then you sometimes get scared about speeches and telling people about Jesus just like me. But
It's
you
true.
practiced.
Yeah, and God told Paul, it's okay to be nervous, and it's okay if people even get a bit grumpy or say they don't want to hear, or they say go away. It's just about us telling people about Jesus. Yeah.
So we have to kind of obey what God tells us to do.
Yep. And that's the opposite of procrastination.
Right.
It's called submission.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think practicing your speech would be really great because practicing my little talk today really helped me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that maybe lots of kids might like this advice on how to practice telling people about Jesus.
Perfect. Should we give them their activity for the morning?
Yeah.
All right. So what you can do this morning, while the adults are in big church watching, is you can make a puppet. A puppet of somebody that you either want to practice with them to talk about Jesus, or you could actually create a puppet of something that God has asked you to do, and you can practice doing it. Like saying nice things to your sibling or something like that. So it'd be a puppet that you could practice doing the right thing with that God has told you to do.
Yeah. Because lots of times kids get scared about telling people about Jesus, but we need to practice. And last week we wrote down what we think about God,
right,
so we could even use those words and practice with our puppet.
Exactly. So that will be what you can do this week. So take a picture of your puppet and you can send it in, or you can practice and send in how that went for you so that we can see all about it and hear all about it.
Oh, this will be fun.
I think it'll be fun too.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
See you, everybody.